Welcome back once again, everybody. Josh the rviner down here at Vibe today, and I want to dedicate this video to a very dedicated fan, Mr. Ken Bearden. He had a virtual love affair with this floor plane for the longest time. So Ken, this trailer's for you today. What are we looking at? The Vibe 2800 RL, previously the 28 RL, before the massive scale updates they've applied to these. It's still an opposing slide, rear living kind of RV. 2 slides total, both big super slides in the living room, carpetless and floor flush, by the way. They've enhanced and expanded the window coverage in basically every room they possibly could. It's still got a little bit taller ceiling that, along with the windows, gives it a nice big open look and feel. But this one's interesting. Instead of a traditional dinette, it sticks with the double sofa situation, but gives you a dedicated desk space overlooking a monster campsite picture window instead of a traditional dinette. Now, you might hate that, and that might mean this is not the right RV for you, but that's okay. I want to show you what this RV does and doesn't do so you can decide if it's the right one for your money or not, you know? Like, maybe you dislike the fact that it's got an electric air fryer kind of convection 3-in-1 oven, but it lacks a propane oven. Maybe you're okay with that. I don't know. It has basically an Olympic queen bed up in the front bedroom, so the mattress got larger, both wider and longer, which are both welcome facets in my imagination. It also has a bonus closet in the bedroom that is now even combo or stackable, capable, washer-dryer prepped. There's some cool things going on in this RV. There's also some things you might hate. I don't know. I want to try to just lay it all out there and let you decide if it's the right one for you or not. And if you appreciate that fair approach, hit that subscribe button. Let's get going and see what she has to offer.
And I gotta say, Vibe is kind of sort of carving a little special place in my heart over here, just because they know that they're not necessarily the most mainstream in some of their execution, but they're not trying to be. They're different. They're weird, they're wacky, they're wonderful doing that. And I respect that they're just acknowledging that and they're owning it. It's kind of like if you ever, I'm a 90s grunge kid, you know, Soundgarden. They could have been more listenable, but that's not who they were. They didn't want to be pop produced. They wanted to be Soundgarden. You know what I mean? And if you don't know who that is, if you weren't there, you probably wouldn't like him. It would sound like audio trash, but that's what I grew up on. God bless America. I loved it. Anyway, back to the task at hand. We have opposing super slides that are both carpetless and floor flush, including kitchen slides, so none of those annoying toe stubber kind of jobs. And if you want campside windows, ladies and gentlemen, good news for you. We have got campside windows out the wazoo. Now, I've never actually Googled what the wazoo is, but I think we can all guess. This is something, again, they did it different instead of a traditional dining. Because there's some people who are like, I just don't want a dinette. And there's a lot of people who are like, dude, no dinette, no sale. I respect both. That's why we carry RVs that do both. But having a dedicated little laptop warrior station, kind of handy. But where do you eat? Well, you kind of got a couple different options. Typically at home, we just eat straight from the sofa. But this one has a 4-seater Dynaland, I guess is a way I could describe it. So they integrated the dining into the island kitchen prep space. And some folks might go, that's brilliant. And some folks are going to say, that sucks. I like the fact that the way that they executed this island means that you don't have a sink buried into it. It pushes the sink over against that the wall near the entry area right there. And I love that configuration. I don't know why. I've always liked the sink forward against that wall. And maybe it's not for everybody, but I sure enjoy it. But again, they do some stuff differently. They don't do an overhead microwave. And they don't do a propane oven. They do... I can't say it without... I'm such a child. They do... Bless it. Hold on. I'm tired. Now I'm joking on thin air. Okay. They do an electric oven with an air fryer convection microwave kind of combo function. And instead of overhead cabinetry or an overhead microwave, they went with a mega window. And that big window is cool. But some people might say, I don't want a window that close to splattery bacon grease. To which I say, respect, no problem. I get it. But I really like how they give us good counter space. A lot of symmetry to that cavity right there. I like the power outlets over there on the left. You might notice Vibe is actually very, very good about putting power outlets where it's really useful, where it's really handy. It's those extra little details sometimes that will, it's like, does your partner squeeze the toothpaste from the correct end of the tube? That stuff will drive you crazy over time, you know? Up top here, this is the first Vibe I've been in with the updated air conditioning system. It used to be you had a single centralized air back here that serviced the entire RV, and then an optional second air in the bedroom that only serviced the bedroom. But that meant that the bedroom was double cooled, and everything else kind of felt maybe a little bit lacking. So they've adopted kind of that, that Brinkley Cougar kind of method here, where what we have is a Furrion Chill Cube 18,000 BTU variable output air conditioner pumping exclusively into this room. So first of all, it's a bigger, more powerful air. Secondly, it's all dedicated just to this room. Now our bedroom and our bathroom, they benefit from the now standard second air that is centralized exclusively between those two rooms. So you effectively have two standalone separate air conditioner systems that's actually using less power overall, which is very cool. Those Furrion Chill Cubes are powerful and one of the more energy efficient solutions out there. I'm noticing in person the lights are beginning to flicker a little bit, which is telling me that we're in a little bit of a low battery situation. I don't see that on camera, but I kind of want to put that out there that if you're a little bit photosensitive, there might be something I don't notice on camera that could be a little problematic and or triggering for you. Now, this is a case of it's cool, but did we need it? Like, I love the idea of allowing the person at the rear hide-a-bed sofa a padded place to kick their feet up, or another dining solution with some extra bonus storage right there. But anytime you want to do anything, it feels like it's kind of in the way. Like, I like that we did it, but did we need to? I don't know that this floor plan needs more dining solutions. I think that we've already got plenty of dining solutions. And with the way that sofa's justified, and by that, I mean the sofa's all the way there on the left side of the wall. As you notice, it's not centered up in the wall necessarily. It means that if you put that floating ottoman combo thing in front of the rear hide-a-bed, it's in the way of the theater seat, which feels like the more important primary seating position to me. I don't know, maybe I'm incorrect about that. Nothing says you couldn't use the floating ottoman in front of the theater seat. But unless you're you don't need to kick your feet up on the ottoman if you're at the theater seat. You can do that at the theater seat. The only thing that it could really do is act like a kind of mini dining function. And again, we've got dining built in over here. Maybe you want to sit in front of the TV and enjoy, game day or something like that. Maybe that's useful. I don't know. I'm not saying it's without purpose at all. It just feels like it's a limited amount of space that kind of gets in the way. My nerdy 2 cents. That being said, it's not going to stop me from taking this RV home. There's other things about it I really like. Here's another thought. If you don't need this as a desk, the little folding chair, the gray chair over there, you could take that out of there. I could turn that into my fuzzy little pet palace down there for my little buddy Carlos, or my the new cat Butterscotch that we got there. Because you don't own a cat. They own you. Dogs have owners and cats have staff, and I think anybody with a cat kind of knows that. The 4 chairs under the Dynaland, you could also pull those out if you wanted a space there to be able to, put pet beds or something like that. One thing I'm noticing, Vibe doesn't seem to consider wastebasket spaces very often. I'd love it if one of those left or right shelf under that sink were removed to give us a little bit of use and function down in that area. I don't know. Do you think that's a good idea, the wastebasket concept? But I will give them credit for making sure they really haven't wasted any space like around this kitchen. The way that the stovetop is arranged in there, that's symmetrical. The counters, the cabinet space under it's asymmetrical, but I'm glad. We've got plenty of drawer space now, plus some bonus cabinetry. That's also one of the 10 cubic foot variety of the 12 volt compressor fridges there. But what's kind of cool is they put a little hidden pantry tainment center in here that I almost missed. Of course, it helps when I get that refrigerator out of the way, but basically there's just a little handle on there. It's a magnet catch. There's a lot of really good storage space back there. Now that rear corner, It's weird. The whole back end of this thing is asymmetrical. Because basically they put, I think it's the furnace or something like that under that rear thing back there. And again, you can move this little sucker around any way you want. And if you like everything about this RV, except I don't really care for that ottoman thing because I don't need it, then take it out, leave it at home, sell it on Craigslist, chop it up on the fire pit. I don't care. You know, do whatever you want with it after you buy the RV. None of that's my business. Now, one of the nice things here, this is a little bit taller. So industry standard is 6.5 foot from floor to ceiling. This RV is 6'8", and that's only 2 inches taller, but it's just enough to be dangerous. Take a look at the left side of the screen, and you can see that I can actually stand up and fit in that shower. I'm a little bit over 6 foot myself, flat-footed, plus the shoes that you're seeing in this footage. Now, they are not doing anything super fancy-dancy here. They are using just that generic dollar store 4-inch fart fan, but we have solutions for you at that at Bish's RV. And if you're wanting DIY a better fan solution, look at a brand called Hengs, Hengs. They give you about 90% of the airflow of a true max air fan, but for like 20% of the cost. Dollar for dollar, pound for pound. They are just an amazing, amazing solution. Great space around that toilet. That is porcelain and foot flush, by the way. And as long as I'm kind of staring down here at the floor, let me get slowly scraped against the wall. You can probably even hear it. Take a look at the storage here in the bathroom. Great drawer capacity. The bathroom counter, because the sink is smashed all the way to the left side, it creates room for those drawers and, you know, nice space to be able to set stuff down to, whether it's blow dryers or toothbrushes or anything. It's kind of nice to have the spaces for those things sometimes. Not every brand considers that. Back out here in the hallway, leaving the kitchen, bathroom on the left, bedroom straight ahead. I kind of remembered I forgot to tell you how these have the Roman shades right here. Basically, you just pull down on them, lift up on them, they go wherever you want. The thing that I'm noticing is this window's right next to the bedroom door. And just because of the very slight amount of pressure it provides, it acts like an automatic bedroom door closer. So this RV has auto privacy mode in the bedroom. Now, remember I talked about new air conditioning system. In my previous Vibe videos, you were seeing that this was a standalone optional second air conditioner, only cooled the bedroom. It is now a centralized air, but it only cools the bedroom and bathroom. It has nothing to do with the kitchen and the living room. So your zone, you're creating like zone maximum efficiency, essentially that way. And it's just a system that makes more sense. If you're going to do a second air conditioner, this is the better way, in my opinion, to do a second air conditioner. Now, the front wall, it's a little bland. You know, it's a little bland. This is one of those floor plans that a front windshield, I think, would visibly look cool in, but I also don't know that front windshields in a bedroom are the most functional space, especially when you've got some very respectable window coverage going on. And over here in the Midwest, we are getting the leaves are starting to turn colors, and we're getting some really awesome views here. We start getting leafers. People will come in from other areas of the country to drive around and look at the trees and the color changing leaves this time of year, which is a funny kind of thing. This, by the way, the mattress got bigger versus last year. Last year, this was a 60 by 74 short queen. This is now a 66 by 78, essentially Olympic queen, which you can Google is a real thing. Bigger window over on this side because they didn't have to fight with awning arms, by the way. You're like, well, why didn't they do that? In each Vibe bedroom, I've seen them do a different size window over on the camp side of the RV. They're consistently putting in the biggest window that they possibly could. And in case you're kind of curious, that says TV backer right there. Well, it doesn't say it. It's written on there because it can't speak. Let me get you around the corner. This is your bonus closet. Oh, crap. I never showed you the storage behind me in the bed. Okay, well, give me a second. I'll get flipped back around there. Maybe not. I don't know. But you've got the dual kind of flip out closet hangers. Washer dryer hookup down here. Now, these shelves are screwed in place, but they can be removed. So if you want to go combo, you want to go stackable, you know, you can do whatever you want to do. And just to give you a size demo, this is me. I'm technically leaning back. If I stand straight up like ET and stretch my neck, this is what you get in here. So you also, again, to give you a size reference, these are some big honking windows over here in the bedroom. What's not as large though, because they have that new wider bed, is your side hanging wardrobe towers have shrunken a little bit. They're not quite as wide as they used to be. They're also kind of short in height. They're just big enough to hang a shirt if you're my size or something like that, or a little bit smaller. Also down here, it's not a drawer, it's just kind of a cabinet, but I think it can provide basically a drawer function. But I'm not going to knock them too hard for this being a little bit smaller because I have the capacity to have a big extra closet over there. Now you're saying, yeah, but what if you install a washer dryer? I get it. That's a valid consideration. But I have access to some stats that most people don't. And what I've been able to find over the years, even despite all the people who are asking why don't RVs have washer dryer hookups, 98% or more of RVs with washer dryer hookups never have a washer dryer installed. So the vast majority of people, that's still a very awesome good closet space. So the fact that these are smaller, I don't know. I don't really care.
And if you're the person that's like, that's poppycock, I absolutely would use a washer dryer every day. That's great. You are one of the very low percentage of people. And rejoice, this RV is set up for you. Now, I've obviously closed the slides and we're looking at it in road mode, and this is not going to take a lot because basically you can get to the bathroom, you can get to the bedroom. This is good if you want to take a nap or take a crap, but that's just about all this one's going to be good for. We are not really snack-tastic. Technically, the island doesn't rub right up against the fridge, but there's really no easy way to get there. I'm not going to consider that fridge access. You're going to have to bump the slides a little bit. One of the cool things about an AccuSlide system that we're looking at here, though, is you can partially deploy it a little bit and not screw it up. So, you know, there's some useful information. If this is beneficial to see, hit that subscribe button. Let's step outdoors. And if road mode is not useful to see, stick your finger in your ear. But inevitably, there's that question. Can my half-ton haul this? And that's a question without an answer. That's a question that requires me getting to know more about your half-ton. And what I'm going to tell you is I don't like the idea of most half-tons towing this because it's 35 foot long, tip to tail, and it has, you know, it's 7,500 pounds dry. It's almost 10,000 pounds fully loaded. And the hitch weight is probably going to challenge a lot of half-ton payloads. So if you have a super capable half-ton and you're flat landing through very modest terrain without a lot of wind, short distances, yeah, maybe. You want to go cross country? I don't know that I love the idea of this being on a half-ton. Now, with the way this is backed up against the fence, I'm going to have to go about it a little different than I normally do. Let's start down there. We got the wide stance stability axles, which actually is going to help fight against the length of the RV to make this towing a little more simply and easily. It's way too windy for me to open the awnings. Otherwise, I'd love to open both of these awnings for you. You notice how under the desk, they buried that extra fridge outside of the RV to be able to give you some drinks outdoors. The RV also does have a gas grill quick connect. That's that white little piece of paper dangling down below the skirt line, almost straight below the forward awning arm. So just to help you kind of understand what you're looking at there. Now, also down in that area, we have an enclosed and forced air heated underbelly. We have power stabilizer jacks, dual power awnings, power tongue jack, and a partridge and a pear tree. We also have what was I gonna say? Oh, a different kind of chassis. This is riding on a Norco huck-bolted frame, not a traditional I-beam Lippert type chassis right there. Some people prefer one or the other, and we sell RVs with both. So you get to make your pick, and just to kind of give you an idea of what all that looks like. Now, something you may have noticed when we were walking broadside across this beauty, it's got nice big baggage doors, slam latches, magnet catches all the way around. And take a look at the left side of the screen when the light adjusts and we get in here. You're going to notice some handy pegboard stuff for some organization purposes. That is useful. Now, the super duper extra large front pass-through storage means that it pushes further back into the RV, means there's less room to walk around the bed. So that's kind of the challenge, is that every RV's greatest asset is also its greatest liability. Every push is also a pull. It just depends, you know. Working our way over here, This is a nice instance of a single sewer outlet. They actually do have the kitchen and the bathroom all plumbed together, just under the skirt line there, just in front of that furnace exhaust. I also like how both the water heater and the furnace hot air touch points exhaust over here on the poop side of the camper, as it were. Now, the roof is fully walkable. It's the roof's the only stick-built part of the RV. The rest of it's basically aluminum framed and laminated. It's ladder prepped, it's camera prepped, and it does have a factory spare tire. And it's the end of the day, and my brain isn't braining. And before I just try to force the issue and make stuff up, I think I'm going to be smart and just cut my losses and wrap it up here. And knowing when to stop talking is not my greatest strength, as you can tell, because I'm still blathering on. But you know what I mean, especially the guys out there, you know. You say something stupid to your wife, and she goes, and you're like, uh-oh, hold on. I know, I can fix it with more words. But then Morgan Freeman comes in and you hear,
but he could not fix it with more words. In fact, he ended up in the doghouse.
And to you, it's just one video. To me, every time I've recorded one, they've pulled it out and replaced it with another one over here today. I've been going at this nonstop. This is my last one for the day. My goose is cooked. So I'm just simply going to say thanks again for tuning in. Check the links in the video description for pricing, availability, and videos to similar floor plans from other builders. Like maybe you don't want the desk. Maybe you don't want the extra floating ottoman. Maybe you want a traditional microwave and oven. There's other people that do that, and I've got video of them down there for you. So take a look there, and anything else we can do for you, let us know. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.